Pulsechain, PulseX, Richard Hart. Maybe you're familiar with these names, or maybe more likely you've heard these names being in the cryptocurrency space, but you're not really familiar with what they're all about. In today's video, I'm going to do a deep dive into Pulsechain. That's Richard Hart's highly anticipated new project that has not launched yet. We'll go over what is it, could it actually be a competitor to Ethereum, and is it like all hype or is it legit? Plus we'll talk about Richard Hart some more. Is he good for a crypto project? Is he too much of a distraction? I'll give my take there. And then if it's your first time on the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I do new videos every Monday through Friday, early afternoon East Coast time, with a focus on trendy and altcoin deep dives. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at bencryptoshow, and let's begin. So before we start in the Pulsechain, here's the logo. Why now for me to do a Pulsechain review? The project has not launched yet. They do not have a coin out. They don't have any price action, so why now? Well, the answer is specific. PulseCon 2022 is going on right now. That's Pulsechain's annual conference just for HEX and Pulsechain related projects. It's in Vegas. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week, September 6th to 8th, so you'll probably be hearing a lot about Pulsechain and Richard Hart this week. The company went on a big PR blitz earlier. They put out this press release, the world's largest crypto event in Vegas, September 6th to 8th. Now, I did a little fact checking here because the world's largest, I mean, it's got to be pretty big because a lot of these conferences are huge. So in the article, they said that they're expected to bring in about 1,000 attendees. That's not exactly the world's largest. Let's remember BTC Miami 2021 had 12,000 attendees. BTC Miami in 2022 had 25,000 attendees. And then AIBC Malta Summit in 2019 had 12,000 attendees. So 1,000 attendees, while good for a bear market, is still definitely not the world's largest crypto event. But, you know, I like their kind of go big or go home attitude. Can't complain. So we'll give them a pass there. So what's going to go on at the conference? Well, they said that they're hosting billionaire keynote speakers, millionaire panelists, along with tech developers, social media influencers, and affluent business people in cryptocurrency. In addition, the creator of Rick and Morty will be there. What is the obsession? Crypto people with Rick and Morty? Some bizarre obsession. Not the first time I've seen this guy's name mentioned. Wednesday, there will be an after party at the Mob Museum in downtown Las Vegas. There will also be a handful of ancillary events associated with PulseCon all around the city of Las Vegas, quote, in hopes of overtaking Miami and New York in a big way. I like that lingo there. PulseCon organizers are aiming for Las Vegas to now be called the crypto capital of the world. So they're not just doing this to promote Pulsechain and its ecosystem, they're doing this to promote Vegas to be the crypto capital of the world, and that kind of fits with Richard Hart's personality. Flashy, goes big, larger-than-life personality. Vegas seems like a great fit for him and Pulsechain. Background. Excuse me if I'm losing my voice here. I was talking a lot this weekend. So about a few weeks ago, I did a review on HEX. Got a lot of views, good traction. The HEX Pulsechain community is a very big one. If you're part of that community, drop a comment here. Let me know what you think of the video or Pulsechain or anything I missed here. Always like hearing from you guys. If you're part of my community, drop a comment as well. As usual, always looking to kind of increase the dialogue, conversation in the comments section. This is HEX's logo here. So HEX, the DeFi project, they average 38% returns a year, which obviously when the project came out in 2019, this sort of lingo is trendier now in the post-Celsius, post-Voyager era. Obviously, people are a little more skeptical with high return talk like this. I mean, it might be only simple. If you want to have a risk-free return, just invest in T-bills or have a bank CD. Then if something goes wrong there, you definitely will get your money back. On the other hand, if you want to have a high-risk option where you get to be part of the community as well, you get to learn about cryptocurrency as well. Yes, there's always a risk that these DeFi projects can go under, so understand that, and then know if a project does go under, like Celsius or Voyager, yes, you're probably not going to get your money back. Maybe the fine print says you will get your money back, or you won't. I don't know. Just always assume, yes, these projects can go under. If they do, you're probably not going to get your money back, but if you go into it with that attitude, and also the attitude, well, even if I did lose money, it sucks, but I got to learn a lot about cryptocurrency, got to be part of a great community, then that's the attitude you should have. So just going with that. And then, HEX has been very successful since its 2019 inception. They've had no major problems with, hacks. They've had no major problems being able to pay out their incentives, rewards. They've had no staking problems. This is a DeFi project which has, ran very smoothly. Price-wise, it's done very well, obviously. Since 2019, it's actually performed about equal to Bitcoin, which most altcoins from this time are not around anymore. So they, holding up to Bitcoin, that's pretty good. And then during this 5-month period here in 2021, they went up 32x. And you're probably thinking, okay, this was when BTC mooned. And no, BTC during this 5-month period was actually relatively flat. HEX 32x during that period, far outperformed Bitcoin. So clearly, Richard Hart and HEX just resonates with a retail crowd specifically. Now, what is HEX? So it's basically just a hyper-deflationary, staking coin. It's not like Ethereum because it's a fixed supply. It's not inflationary, and they do a lot of token burns, which is designed to increase the price. And they have the 38% generous staking rewards. Their website has a very retail feel to it, in Richard Hart language, like this. I bought HEX and I'm really rich now. Who should I tell first? Only tell your wife if she's supportive. Don't tell other people, they'll get jealous. It's just kind of funny sort of everyday chit chat here. A downside of HEX is it's not on any big exchanges. It's just on Poloniex, Uniswap, SushiSwap, QuickSwap. So some small dexes. I don't know why this is. Maybe big exchanges are scared off by Richard Hart. Maybe the high staking rewards scares them off. And maybe HEX is just saving money. It does cost several $100,000 to get out of most of the big exchanges. Maybe they're just, specifically deciding not to invest that money. Could be, but for Pulsechain, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to get on any of the big exchanges, or at least not immediately. Let's go back into Richard Hart here. So who is this guy? So you probably, seeing pictures of him and, talk like this here, how a billionaire is making people rich, and then his Twitter page, I own the world's largest diamond, quickest Ferrari, most expensive Rolex ever made. That's kind of his shtick right there. You might like it, you might not like it, but he's got a huge following. He does, and this kind of goes with sort of the YouTube crowd. He has a YouTube channel I'll get to in a sec, where he's from Pittsburgh. He's 42 years old. He's also donated $27 million to charity. A lot of money. He raised $27 million, donated it. He made his money. He's just kind of a career entrepreneur. He made his money in a mortgage company that also did pay-per-click management and SEO optimization. Looks like he sold that for a lot of money. And then, as is the case with many successful entrepreneurs in the tech space, and the internet space, and the investment space, they find Bitcoin and then sort of slowly kind of find their niche within the crypto community. So he started HEX in 2019. It's been very successful, and now Pulsechain is his latest project. Here's his YouTube page, 143,000 followers. He appears to post maybe a video every week or so not every day, but he's got some good interviews here. Miss Teen Crypto, largest airdrop in the world. Got some Playboy interview here. So he's really kind of catering to sort of the middle America kind of retail crowd. Here's the logo. So what is Pulsechain? So as mentioned, again, it hasn't launched yet, so there's no price action to talk about, but there's still other stuff we can dive into. So it's basically an Ethereum competitor. It's the standard Ethereum competitor that is aiming to be more energy efficient, faster, and cheaper. As we all know, Ethereum gas fees are insanely high. A $10 just payment in Ethereum can cost $3, $3.50 in gas fees. So, there's always going to be a need for the cheaper blockchains to come around. Another difference is ETH is inflationary. Pulsechain is not. It's deflationary. They have a fixed supply, and they do regular token burns to reduce the supply and hopefully increase the price. They also have 33 validators to pass the transactions on the network. That's a lot. Some of the smaller, medium-sized blockchains only have 6, 7, 8, 9 validators. 33. That's good. That means Richard's really kind of working with the dev team hand in hand, it looks like. The validators are incentivized through each new block that they pass. That's normal. 75% of all gas fees on Pulsechain go to the validators and the delegators, and the remaining 25% are burnt. That's kind of normal for blockchains there, so it's good they're burning tokens, but that's not that unusual for how blockchains are managed. They're also hyping up. They're doing the biggest airdrop in history. Or again, this is another press release. So this is what they're hyping it up. But you never quite know the company lingo here. But that's their shticks. That's I like the go big or go home attitude. But regardless, airdrops again cater very much to the retail investor. So that is the crowd Pulsechain is targeting. The Reddit page, it's here. Reddit in this day and age, not too many crypto projects have an active Reddit following. They have a huge Reddit following, tons of posts here. Again, just shows the retail crowd is into it. Of course, anything Richard Hart is going to be a little bit of controversy. Like this guy here, Crypto Coffee, he's in the HEX community, the Pulsechain community. He posts good videos. He posted this video about a month ago in which he seemed to insinuate some of the people working for HEX are having trouble onboarding new clients because of the founder, because of Richard Hart. They're kind of scared off by him. But yeah, anytime there's sort of a dynamic personality running a blockchain, it's always, it's going to be some good attention, some bad attention. I think Richard Hart's definitely good, especially in a bear market. You need sort of dynamic personalities that keep people engaged, that people are talking about, so I think it's good. But I guess there are some problems people are experiencing onboarding new clients just because they hear all this sort of wealth and diamonds, Rolexes in a bear market. A lot of people don't really like that lingo. And then here, there were delays, Pulsechain, so it hasn't launched yet, and it has been delayed. I guess at one point, Richard might have promised that the Pulsechain was going to be done, or, the blockchain was going to be live a few months ago. Here's him talking about it on BitBoy's show.
I told y'all I ain't never given a good time estimate on software in my life. No one ever does. Everyone's always late every time.
I told y'all I ain't never given a good time estimate on software in my life, and no one ever does. Everyone's always late every time because you have unknown unknowns. You can't predict how long it's going to take to get closer and discover what the bugs are. One time, I made the mistake of saying some of my devs said we could launch in mid-May because they thought we could, but they weren't.
So yeah, there were a few delays, but that's not that abnormal. That's why a lot of crypto teams don't provide roadmaps anymore, because then if a team misses the deadline by a week, people can hold them to that after the fact, when if they hadn't provided a roadmap in the first place, there would not be nothing to hold them to. But I think when this project does launch, it's going to provide a much-needed spark for the entire crypto industry in general, partially because it's Richard Hart, partially because it's a big retail crowd they cater to, partially because the team puts a big emphasis on price, which I like myself. So yeah, it's definitely a project to keep on your radar, particularly now with Pulsechain or PulseCon going on. You're going to be hearing a lot more about Pulsechain going forward, so stay tuned. That's it for now. Ben Crypto signing out. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter and drop a comment what you think of Pulsechain. See everyone tomorrow with a new video. Later.
My best devs. Yeah, my best devs looked at it and were